whatever you want to call me.
And I'm Christopher LaVoy, that's boy. I'm always a boy, no matter what.
Hi, this is the Lourdes and Chris show. This is my amazing, beautiful, talented wife, Lourdes, and I'm always out for a good time.
And this is my amazing, extraordinary husband who always makes my day.
So, welcome to this episode. Where are we? 6?
We are in episode 6.
Wow,
6
already, and time is flying. Because we're having so much fun doing this.
Yes, we are.
And thank you again for tuning in. And thank you for those who have donated to us and helped us keep this mission going. Our mission, of course, is to change the conversation surrounding health and
to help others, turn their lifestyle, their healthy lifestyle. Right? We want to get it into a healthy lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our mission is to change the conversation
when it comes to health.
When it comes to health, and that's mind, body, and spirit. And so your donations have been helping with that. We appreciate that. If you did want to donate and you haven't had a chance to,
you can go to our website, thelourdesandchrisshow.com, which you'll see right here. Yes, you see it right here.
Yeah.
And there are 2 donation buttons. One is for those who want to use PayPal. You go to PayPal, you can donate from there, and even on that same button, when you go to PayPal, it also allows you to pick a choice if you either do PayPal or you can do a credit card or a debit card or what your choice is. The second one is Square. You can either donate through using Square or in that same location when you go there, you can also do Google Pay. So there are 4 different ways that you can donate to our cause so that you can help us help others.
And that's the plan.
Yes.
Google Pay. Google Pay.
Google Pay.
Google Pay. I don't know. It's just kind of.
Did I say Google Play?
No. I'm thinking Google Play, but it is Google Pay. That Google. They're in everything.
They're telling you.
So this week we're excited because remember last week we kind of gave you a hint. We said there's going to be somebody amazing on the show, somebody that we're big fans of. I dropped the hint that it was a guy.
I tell you. Well, it is a guy.
He is a dude. Yeah.
It is Dr. Grant Kruhly. And he's a chiropractor, by the way, has been studying and training in his multidiscipline crafts of health. Quantum science, by the way. And if you guys understand that, you'll get to learn more and more about this because it's so incredibly
It really is intriguing.
Interesting. Yes.
Yeah, he teaches personal development and in the areas of awakening, business success, and goal achievement, psychology, stress, athletic performance.
Yeah. Martial arts.
Sure.
Consciousness of the brain.
Right, and through his research, he's done classical Japanese sword, Zen, Aikido, oneness, and Diksha.
Yeah, I mean, he's done so much, and he's been studying for so many years on this, the reprogramming the brain. And then we're talking with military science, biology, the ecosystem, spirituality, mystical experiences. There's so much, and he's been doing this for over 51 years.
Yeah, he's a master because after 51 years, you become a master of something.
Oh yeah, and I got to tell you, we ourselves have had sessions with him, and it's made an impact in our lives in such a positive way, and not just in our health, but again, mind, body, and spirit. Because we talk about what we talked about last week.
What's funny about him too that makes him so amazing is that he's so approachable when it comes to his intelligence. He doesn't talk like a college professor, and you're like, oh, my brain hurts. No, he's very relatable, and you're going to see that in this episode.
Yeah. He does go into the quantum physics of things, but he does it in a way that you understand it. I mean, he really does help you understand what he's talking about, and you get what he means instead of going, what? So he really makes sure that you guys get what he's talking about.
And he's definitely part of the nourish, balance, and cleanse conversation in the spiritual sense.
Yep.
And you're going to see why right now. So I think we should just get into it.
Let's just get into it. Let's go.
Yep.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Grant.
Hi, it's so great to see you.
So, Dr. Grant, how are you? Looks really, really beautiful where you are right now.
Yes.
Which
is
thanks. Yeah, I'm over at the mountains at Chiang Mai in Thailand. And you two look fabulous too. It's so great to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too. It's been a bit.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
In our episode, I'm sorry, you were going to say something?
No, I was just agreeing with my. I think I haven't seen Chris in about 2 years.
It has been.
That feels about right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Well, you look great.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's the goal.
Yeah.
So this week we're talking about.
It's about healing.
Well, yeah, but on a spiritual aspect.
Yes, because actually we covered episode or so ago
Mhm.
on how it's important to nourish, balance, and cleanse both the mind, body, and spirit.
That's right.
And most people don't understand it. They just think, well, I just got to nourish and then the cleanse, and so, you know, they off balance some things.
Yeah.
But what's also important is the spiritual aspect, you know, things that have happened in your life that could be affecting you spiritually and emotionally, which then in turn affects you physically.
That's right.
So we know you deal with a lot of people in those circumstances where they're having health issues or something goes on in their life, whether it's a block in their life of their career or their relationship or their health in general. You kind of go in through it and you kind of clear the clutter, I would say, so that it allows them to,
But on a spiritual plane, though.
Yes. So do tell us, like, you know, how you go about doing that. Like, what's your, just tell us about you, because that'll tell everybody what you do. And I love it.
Okay, now wait. Now you got two things there.
Yes.
You want me, or you want me to explain applied quantum physics, what I'm doing to help their health? Which one?
Yes.
Pick one.
Okay, you know what? Quantum physics, and then about you.
So for a fairly long period of time, because I've been studying like 52 years, and in, let's say, the last 15 years, I've developed a system I call depth healing for many reasons. But it is a system built on the shoulders of the big giant Dr. Ted Morter. He passed away now. He's survived by his genius daughter, Sue Morter, who's a phenomenal healer. So he created BEST, bioenergetic synchronization technique. And what it is, it's a system of applied quantum physics using frequencies to go into the subconscious field of a person and remove trauma, negative programming, disempowering beliefs, and so forth that are acting as the fundamental perceptions of their brain and their mind. And everything the science knows now, 95% of everything you say, think, and do and feel is controlled all day, every day by your subconscious mind. It has a ratio of 1 to 1 million. Frontal cortex, the thinking, educated brain, is only operating maximum 5% of the day, and it only processes 40 bits of information a second. The subconscious is processing 40 million bits of information a second. And so what I basically do is when Lourdes is saying like a detox, I go into the subconscious mind and I remove the actual cause of whatever's manifesting. So if you don't mind, I'll give you a real simple example so that they can understand real easy. And generally, the easiest way to explain these things is using a computer analogy. But first, let's just take a fictitious lady. Let's say she finds me. She's 45 years old, and she's always had horrific stomach problems for many, 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 many years, about 15 years. And she's unresponsive to any kind of medical intervention. She's tried all kinds of nutritional protocols, everything under the sun, but nothing ever settles this GI tract problem. So one day she finds me, and then she tells me her story, and I say, okay, when did this start? She says, about 15 years ago. I said, okay, so go back 15 years ago. What happened? And she starts crying. She said, well, I happened to walk out into the front yard to get something, and I didn't realize my little child, my little boy, was out in the street, and I saw him run over by a truck, right in front of my eyes. So bingo, there's the reason for her stomach, because the body talks in symbolism. So the basic thing is, what is it that happened that this lady can't stomach? What is it that's too hard? Now, when she sees that right in front of her eyes, it creates what I call a SEMO, a sympathetic emotional memory override. You guys know it as post-traumatic stress syndrome. And what happens in those cases with that kind of trauma it's like a 3D live video that is recorded, and it doesn't get processed. So it will keep playing. It can keep playing all the way to the grave. And since the subconscious mind doesn't know about time, it thinks that that's happening right now. So her stomach can never heal or be affected as long as that program is playing. All I do is go straight in and shut the program off. Takes me a couple seconds with my frequencies. And then as soon as the program is shut off, then the brain reboots to present time. And then when she gets her juicing, she gets a nice nutrient, the body can register it. Otherwise, it will not be able to register it because the ratio is 1 to 1 million. So the physiology is completely dependent, because the subconscious mind, its job is to make sure your physiology and your reality matches its picture. That's its job. And it's got all the power. So I go in and I shut that off using frequencies. It's a basic quantum physics. It uses two different kinds of frequencies. One is destructive, one is constructive. The destructive interference wave will cancel whatever. If this is my hand has a certain frequency, and this is a destructive frequency, when they meet, they cancel to zero. That's a fundamental way it works. When it's a constructive, when they meet, they double, they magnify. So that's basically how this kind of thing works. So if you're trying a bunch of things and you're still not getting a result, you can bet it's something heavy in the subconscious mind.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes complete sense. And,
Yeah.
you know, if you look at many people who have health issues and try to do a lot of things because they haven't let that part go and they don't know that they need to let it go, it actually affects them. And it's, you know, it's funny because since we're not just a body, right? We have, and anytime something happens, those cells take those memories. So you have to release that stuff. And the only way to release those memories, again, you have to cleanse. And I love the way you do it because you just kind of step in there, get that stuff out of their subconscious mind, out of their field. So now they can then start anew and get the right things and the right nourishment in so that it can actually heal. Because you can't heal if there's a problem. If you haven't figured, like you said, the cause, you figure out the cause, you get rid of the cause, you take care of the cause, which then allows everything else to heal.
Yeah.
There's another kind too. See, in that lady's case, that's a CMO directly in her own subconscious. But let's say you go energies transfer, like we all know now, I'm sure you've talked about, but water holds energetic memory and information, right? Well,
Absolutely.
let's say this glass of water. Now I condition the water I drink. I use an art crystal from designed by Nassim Haramein. So this water is perfectly structured to equal the energetics of the vacuum of the universe. So I condition that, and then when I'm drinking that, that energy spreads through all of my cells through the carrier of the water. Well, let's say that somebody that's real evil or real dark or real angry or real
Can we hold that
whatever.
for
Huh?
Can we hold that one for just a second? We have to go
Absolutely.
to break, but you guys hold 1 second because it's gonna get really good.
Well, intriguing. Yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Okay. Okie doke.
Super Earth energy.
Super Earth energy.
For nearly 2 decades, Dr. Newsom was developing this formula.
This one.
2 decades of his life, nearly 2 decades.
I mean, that's really dedication to giving you the best quality of a supplement that's going to give you not only energy, I mean, it improves adrenaline, you know.
Well, so it improves your adrenal and muscle fatigue.
Yep.
It actually helps with chronic fatigue syndrome, a compromised immune system, sleep deficit, brain fog.
Which many are experiencing a low sexual desire. I mean, this 2 decades, there's a reason. He put a great formula together. He formulated, and it's just amazing. Like, we love it.
Yeah. So here's the thing. It's like we were just telling our daughter the other day. It's not like it gives you like a caffeine jittery feeling. It's more like you're just awake.
Yeah, like, you know, when you were a kid and you
Right.
you didn't feel, kids they seem to not get tired. So it's kind of that. You don't go, oh, I feel like all this caffeine. It's none of that, because I personally can't do caffeine. It really, it causes me nausea, migraines. I just can't do caffeine. But I take this and I just don't feel tired. I can spend a whole day really getting a lot of things done and not feel exhausted, or I have to take a nap, or I still do my meditation stuff, but oh my gosh, amazing.
It's because it's giving you energy at a cellular level. Now, all you have to do to get this product is go to www.drnewsom.com and look for Super Earth Energy. We've got it ourselves, but we should do a little, like, still show them what that bottle looks like. And there it is, Super Earth Energy. That's right. Go to drnewsom.com.
Yes. drnewsom.com. In fact, right here, we see the link.
Oh, see, now I got to put it there. I was going to put it there now, but now it's got to be there.
Or he can still put it here, but definitely here.
It's going to be 2 places now.
Super Earth Energy.
And we're back.
We're back.
Dr. Grant,
Okay.
Dr. Grant, just before we left, we had to kind of jump in there because it was getting good. You were talking about the water having an energy.
And what you use with the crystal that you have. So continue, because this is, I know that viewers are very, very interested in this.
Okay, so using water, because it's one of the easiest ways of energy transfer. If somebody that was dark, angry, something really ugly, they picked it up, that energy of their energy will go into that water, and then when I drink it, it pollutes me. That's why sometimes you can be feeling great and you walk into a building, a mall, it could be anywhere, and all of a sudden you don't feel well, or suddenly you get like a dizzy spell or something like that. Many times all you're doing is you're walking into an energy field. So I clear those things. You can clear buildings. Buildings hold energy. If you want to see some cool research by William Tiller about 30 years ago, where he did the research on places like sacred places like Machu Picchu. Well, they know now that's I believe it's called U4 electromagnetic gauge symmetry. What happens is the people, the spiritual practices and all the rituals that have been performed there for so long by thousands, they condition the space. And the space, once it reaches a certain energetic threshold, it doesn't dissipate. That's why they love to go into the pyramids. And the pyramids are made, the interior of the pyramid, the rooms are small because they're condensing the energy. Yeah, it's all it's very sophisticated stuff. So the water is one way you can both purify yourself, or if you touch something or connect with something that was really dark, it can hurt you. Depends on the frequency you operate at. That's why it's important for your subconscious and your energy field to be high. Like when Lourdes does her beautiful cleanses, what's she doing? All of those juices and that energy of those foods and foodstuffs, all that is energy. So she's infusing really pure, really high level of energy that raises your physiology. And when it raises your physiology, you are not susceptible to so many things. You're just too strong. Doesn't matter. Bruce Lipton said, he's shown a graph, if consciousness is high enough, environmental toxins are no longer a factor. And they're no longer a factor at all. That's why I never get sick anymore. I used to get sick all the time, but I switched that over.
I mean, and that makes sense, because if you think of how many people are constantly in fear of things that are going on around the world, that's going to affect your health. You know, think about when you're watching the news. I've never seen that you turn on the news and they're talking about, like, what were you saying?
Happy puppies and bouncing kittens.
Yeah, no.
No, you hear about this accident or that murder or something happening, or a pandemic or a virus or people dying, but they're constantly feeding us all this fear, and then we get fearful, and then that affects our body and it affects our health. And then we're carrying that energy, like you said, and you can feel it. You can feel that energy. You know, many people don't understand how energy works. You don't have to understand it. You can feel it, though. You know, you walk into a room with someone who's being a certain way, and you're just like, oh, that person's too much.
Yeah.
Or you can walk into a room and they're just happy, and you can feel their happiness. So it does affect you.
In fact, some of the most successful salesmen in the world, they all they're doing is they're reading their clients before they even sit down with them. They know how to approach them, and they cater their approach based on the energy that they're getting off of them. So that's interesting that I mean, they're using it to their advantage. Now, it seems like you know, they're like Lourdes is discussing and you're discussing. It seems like it's all around us. So what can someone like myself or anybody just walking around, what can we do to keep our vibration high enough to like not let us affect us so well?
Well, a couple of things. So one, clearing the way my life changed, because I used to live a life of I lived in rage for like 20 years, and I was as poor as a church mouse. I've studied for decades all of the biggest business people: Tony Robbins, Brendan Burchard, Bob Proctor, John Assaraf. I've done all of it. I could never make a dime. And I was always angry. I was so angry, I developed breast cancer. They had to cut that out of me in 2014, but no drugs, no chemo, no nothing, just remove it and I'm fine. But the point is that all has to do with my consciousness. So how did I correct that? Well, you get the subconscious disempowering beliefs, the sources of the anger, all of those perceptions, I had them removed by the same process that I use for my clients, by a great genius named Dr. Larry Habersky in Atlanta, Georgia. I apprenticed under him for 8 years to learn this science. So you clear the subconscious, because the subconscious rules your life 95% of every day. The issue with the subconscious is very simple. It's recording information at 40 million bits of information per second, every minute of every day, 24/7. It began in your mother's womb. Okay. Now, until you reach 7 years old, when it's recording, your brain is not thinking. It doesn't start thinking until the age of 7. That's when the frontal cortex turns on. So what that means is all of the information that is by the age of 6, it's approximately 10 quadrillion bits of information. None of it belongs to you. So it's only recorded as fact with no discretion whatsoever. Your mother, your father, and your surround and everything that you ever encountered. And that becomes the fundamental database, so that when the frontal cortex does turn on, it has a reference library. But the problem is, depending on your mom and dad and what they said and how they responded to you and that's your references. And they can be 180 degrees different than your educated brain. As you go, once you start age 7 and you're going through the socialization process in school and so forth, the educated brain, you might have 16 PhDs, but it only has the power of 1. The subconscious got the power of 1 million. And so that causes what's known as cognitive dissonance. you got a PhD and you want to go to the right, and the subconscious mind says, no, you can't do that. That's impossible. And you can try till hell freezes over. You will never be able to go to the right. You can see this easiest at New Year's, when the people make their New Year's resolutions and they want to lose weight or do something. They start, but they fail. I don't know what it is, 95, because the subconscious mind's got a program that doesn't support the intention, so that it'll always win. So to raise your vibration, you make sure that everything that is operating subconsciously is supporting a high vibrational life.
Okay.
Number two, eliminate all of, like you know how you do detox yourself from negative information and things that are fear-based, anger-based, ugly, because that's going straight into you all the time. Now we manifest three things by the law of resonance. You get what you
Let's stop.
love.
Sorry, Dr. Grant. I want to know about the three things about the resonance.
Yeah.
But we gotta take a break.
And when we come back from this break, we're going to find out about those three resonances.
I do. I want to know about those three resonances.
So stay tuned.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
So much information.
Super Digest.
Super Digest, one of the most, well, I should say, one of the strongest digestive formulas on the market.
That's, yeah. And again,
Strongest.
This makes sense, right? Dr. Newsom, but now you guys are seeing a theme, right? Dr. Newsom just does the best because that's what he does.
And when it comes to your digestive system, because that's where you get the most of, nutrition, you definitely want it to be amazing.
The top notch.
Yep, and this is like 10 types of active digestive enzymes to enhance your digestion of proteins.
Protein, fats, and carbs,
Yep.
as well as pineapple proteolytic enzyme and papaya proteolytic enzyme.
Proteolytic.
Proteolytic. It sounds like an era of dinosaurs, doesn't it?
Yeah, proteolytic.
This dinosaur was found in the proteolytic era.
I just like saying proteolytic.
Yeah, that's actually our new word now. We're just going around saying proteolytic.
And it's got pineapple proteolytic.
We never had to learn proteolytic until we met Dr. Newsom, and now we understand what proteolytic is. It's an enzyme that actually helps you break down protein.
And by the way, and carbs, and you need the enzymes to break down the proteins and carbs and the stuff that you need, because that's how you get your nutrition.
Right, and
So
this one has like 10, right?
Yes.
10 of types of active digestive enzymes.
Active, there's the key.
Yeah, they're not
Active
sleepy. They're not sleepy enzymes.
No.
They're not just like, well, okay, no, they're active. They're running around.
Active. 10 types of active digestive
So
enzymes.
you want to go to www.drnewsom.com, look for Super Digest that my lovely model wife assistant is holding.
And by the way, the products we share, it's because we take them.
We're using them.
Because we love what it does for our bodies. It's really good. So you guys definitely, oh my gosh,
digestion is crucial to your health, and that's why Dr. Newsom has created this Super Digest.
If you have issues with your digestive system, you're going to want Super Digest.
That's right.
Yep. Super Digest.
We're back.
We're back.
I think I already know. Dr. Grant, I'm sorry, you're going to have to come on the show again, because this time is going by so fast. There's so much information.
So much information. And I know that the audience are going to want to know more. So we definitely have to have you back. But we want them to know about the three resonance, because this is something that I know they're going to.
Yeah.
So here we go, guys.
Yeah, basically, folks, the secret to life is there are many universal laws, but you all you got to worry about is two laws. And then if you do this, you got the name of the game. Two laws that run everything are the law of perception and the law of resonance. So the perception is the subconscious mind. We've already discussed why. Now, what is resonance? Perception, your perception gives you your vibration. So for instance, if you go somewhere and you perceive it to be very dangerous and really ugly, your vibration goes down. If you perceive that you just met the love of your life and it's like a miracle, your vibration goes up. And that feeds into epigenetics, that feeds into all the things Lourdes teaches you with nutrition, all of that. But it's the perception. Now, when the vibration goes up, everything in the universe from here to Alpha Centauri that resonates with your vibe, it starts to buzz. Okay, so uh, if your vibe, let's say you're up and your vibe is a 10, everything and anyone across this entire planet that also has a 10, it will start to vibrate and they start to want to come together.
Huh.
They make a relationship, irregardless of dimension and irregardless of distance. Now, that's resonance. So resonance means they're the same vibration. Now, in your subconscious, your perception gives you how you're seeing or hearing or experiencing the world. That gives you your vibration, that gives you the resonance. Now, how do you know how where your vibration's at? All you got to do is look at your life. Your life is a printout of you, of your vibration.
Hmm.
Now, you get three things. We attract by resonance what we love, we attract what we hate, and we attract what we're afraid of. That's
Oh.
why the pandemic, it's the easiest and the most powerful is what you're afraid of and what you hate. Because since we were born, the society has always programmed what to be afraid of and what to hate. That's why the news is designed as it is. So they light up the amygdala in your brain to get you hooked on cortisol, because cortisol is as addictive as crack cocaine. All those things are medical facts. So they light up your amygdala all the time. If you were happy, the amygdala does not get lit up. If you feel safe, the amygdala does not get lit up. So subconscious is the kingpin, which gives you the perception. Then that gives you your vibe. If your vibe is high enough, environmental toxins mean nothing at all. If the vibe is low, environmental toxins can hit you like a ton of bricks. But if you're high enough, no. And if you want to hear any of the quantum biology on that, just look up Bruce Lipton. He's got lots and lots of beautiful information there. Now, why do I use the arc crystal? I use the arc during the day on my body, and then at night I charge my water during the night. Why? Because this crystal is cut to the exact specifications, the exact geometry of the vacuum of space, 0 point energy. So what this thing does is it literally is conditioning all of the oil and water molecules of my body and making them ordered so they're highly coherent, and therefore all of my biochemistry is operating at a very high efficient rate.
Huh.
And that helps protect me from aging, from it keeps my energy up, everything. And then right now I'm on the ground outside, I'm in bare feet. Why? Because I love to draw up all the electrons from Mother Earth so that my energy field is equal to the resonance, Schumann resonance of the world. All it is, it's all just energy science, folks. But that's like I say, everything Lourdes teaches you, that's all a magnificent energy science. Bad food is bad energy, right?
That's
It's
right.
yeah.
It's so funny that you speak of which we call here earthing, right? When you put your bare feet on the ground.
Yep.
And I've actually done that. Several years ago, I was with my granddaughter, and Chris was because he was taking some classes on, you know, camera taking and directing and whatever. And I was home alone with the little one, and my heart was doing this weird thing. Like it didn't feel right. And this was several years ago. But I'm going, okay, I'm here by myself with the little one. what am I going to do? This doesn't feel right.
Mm.
And of course, I always pray. Go, okay, what's going on? Let me center myself. And anytime I do, I always get an answer.
Right.
Always get an answer. And the answer was to go outside, barefooted, and just stand on the grass and all that, just be on the barefoot on the ground. So I go outside and I stand out there for like 20 minutes.
Yep.
By the way, the moment I started standing there, I started feeling better.
Our granddaughter did it with her as well.
Yeah. It's called, it's not, it's called grounding. Grounding. Yes.
That's right, grounding.
It was grounding. So I go in and my granddaughter does it with me. She's so cute. And we're barefooted out there. And, I was like, wow, I'm starting to feel better. And then in 20 minutes, I went inside. It not only all went away, it never came back.
Right.
Yeah.
It never happened again.
It's electrons.
Yes.
I love that. No, so before we go, Dr. Grant, you're in across the world from us in California.
Yeah, I'm in Thailand.
But you still consult people over here, and how does one get a hold of you to let
because I know for myself personally, I've had many sessions with you,
That's right.
and I didn't have to go to Thailand to get my session with
That's
you.
right.
No, I'm a distance healer, folks. So you could be on Pluto, and it makes no difference at all. I'll change all your physiology right from here. And the difference in the science, Bruce Lipton explained. Now they've measured this and see what happens with a guy like me or some other good energy here, let's say a good Reiki person. You receive 100% of the signal that I send instantaneously. If you use, let's say, a supplement or medicine, you receive only 1% of the signal. The other 99% is absorbed by your body in the heat of reaction, to metabolize it. So when I send an energy to you, you receive it instantly. So change is instantaneous.
That's what we
And
found.
and so I just operate right from here. And then if you have a problem, I'll take care of it for you.
And so, how would one reach you?
All you got to do, I got a new guy named Johnny Champakan who made me a nice website. Just go to depthhealing.org. Depthhealing.org. And
we're going to have it right here, guys. Right here. You see that? Right here where you see this little line right here? There it is. You guys see that website? It's right here.
And then you can get a hold of me directly, and I'll set you up and take care of whatever it is you need help with. Yeah.
And
you can think of my work as life engineering.
No, and just on a personal level, so unexpected things happen for people, because I know Dr. Grant, we've had sessions ourselves.
Yes.
After one session, a friend that I hadn't talked to since high school reached out to me randomly. It's just the things that you don't think need to be there just show up, because that's what's supposed to be there, and that's part of what this is. And we've had amazing outcomes from our sessions with you.
It's like, so it's not just health, it's everything that might be blocking in your life.
Balance,
and we don't realize that we're in our way until we realize that we're in our way. And we've had sessions with you, and we personally can attest that our sessions have changed our lives, because the next day we'll get calls.
Such blocks.
We're like, wait, where did that just come from?
Just to clear
right, just kind of clear things up. So it's kind of like we end up vibrating higher because the blocks are out of the way.
And frankly, you feel better afterwards.
You do.
To be honest.
That's true.
Oh yeah, well, I sure hope so.
Yes, we feel great afterwards. Yes,
I feel lighter.
Yes, me too.
Well, you actually are lighter, Chris. When I finished it, that's why you'll usually, if I say how you feel, they'll say maybe a little lightheaded, and they feel light, because actually energetically it's like gunk, and when it's removed, see, so many wonderful things that normally couldn't reach you, they can reach you now.
Yes, exactly, and
that's what it's about.
Yes, and so we don't forget, what was your website again?
It's Depth Healing, all one word, depthhealing.org.
Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be right here. Beat you to it.
Yeah. Oh, no, and right here.
Oh, now I got to put it up.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much. Thank you.
I love both of you so much. It's
always a pleasure to talk to you. And unfortunately, we're limited on time because your life story is actually pretty darn interesting too. So, anyways,
we'll have to have you on again. Yes, we have to have you on again.
Anytime. I'm honored, absolutely honored.
Of course, we'll have to do it through because we know you have a busy schedule, but we definitely will pin you down on the moment you have an opening. But definitely,
anytime.
Yes. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Send you both a big hug, guys.
I'll take it. And you, thanks.
Okie doke.
Dr. Newsom's Inflamagon.
It's powerful anti-inflammatory botanical formula.
So this bad boy's got curcumin, and he gets that curcumin from organic turmeric root.
Yes, which is important. We want organic. And freeze-dried frankincense oil.
Freeze-dried frankincense oil is boswellic acid, actually. Boswellic acid.
I love these words.
I know. Our vocabulary has been so expanded since we started working with Dr. Newsom.
Yes.
And that's boswellic acid is important because it's one of the things that help you. It actually helps with inflammation, but it also is an inhibitor for tumors.
Yeah.
So
so why not prevent or get rid of if you have one of those things or you don't know you have it yet?
Yeah, right. And why just jump ahead of it? Because this formula is bound to Dr. Newsom's unique fulvic acid and humic acid.
Which, by the way, those two minerals that you really do need if you want to stay healthy. And it gives maximum absorption and anti-inflammatory action.
You're likely dealing with inflammation.
Yes, because most people don't realize that if you end up with certain pains and aches, that's inflammation. Inflammation causes aches and pains to let you know there's an issue.
And prolonged inflammation is really what causes these chronic illnesses, up to and including cancer. So
we take this as well, and it's amazing. In fact, real quick tidbit, even as a thin person, I always had this little pouch, but since I've been taking this, I'm like, I must have had inflammation because that little pouch is gone.
Goodbye pouch, no more punch. So you want to go to www.drnewsom.com, get that anti-inflammatory formula of his in Inflamagon. I love the name Inflamagon.
Like it's gone.
Inflamagon.
Inflam is gone.
We love it.
I'll
let that one slide. We love it. We know that you love it too because look, inflammation is something that you really want to work out of your system right now.
Yeah, like if you want to avoid health issues, when you have too much inflammation just creates, and especially if it's consistently going on,
right.
It causes diseases, it causes illnesses. Who wants to be sick?
And you can trust Inflamagon because it comes from Dr. Newsom, and
we trust it.
We trust it, and we love it.
And we take this sucker daily.
Love it.
We like to prevent.
Holy cow!
Oh my God. Wasn't that amazing?
Not enough time.
Not enough time. But we are going to have him back again because he was just so much information and he has so much more to share when it comes to our health and spirituality and energetic fields.
And how they're all linked.
And how all of it is linked. So we're definitely going to have him on a part 2. I hope you guys really enjoyed his talk because wow.
And you know what I mean by him being relatable? Now I'll send you a shiny nickel if you can tell me where this man is from based on his accent. You can hear it every now and then.
But we already said.
We didn't say where he was from.
Oh, I thought we asked him.
Oh. Well, if we said, I don't know. I don't think that's true. I'll have to look at the footage again.
Because I said, where are you at? And he said...
Oh, no, I'm not talking about the accent from Thailand.
Yes.
Actually, I use him as an example because I told a friend that, you can have the most intelligent person in the world, but if they got that southern drawl or something like that, and they're talking about quantum physics, you're like, this doesn't sound like it should be coming from this guy's mouth. But in a way, it actually makes Dr. G much more approachable as far as understanding what he's saying.
He doesn't have a southern drawl.
It's not a southern drawl.
No.
I'm sure plenty of people are like, oh, I know where he's from.
That's true.
Yeah, but we're gonna have him on another episode because actually his life story is quite fascinating too, and how he got to where he was.
It really is, and we need to share that because it goes to show us how we all have a journey, and how we get there is what's important, right?
And it's funny because this one thing this show has provided for us, and one thing our journey has provided for us is we get to meet so many awesome people.
Yes,
I mean, really, it's been amazing. Just the caliber people that we've got to meet just
Through our
having this
journey.
just having this conversation.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
we have gotten to meet so many amazing people that we get to like just learn so much. Like we're constantly learning more and more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can we take any more?
I'm telling you. So as before we were saying, your contributions help us continue this journey, and you know, I hate for us to meet more interesting people. I don't know. That's going to happen on its own because of where we are as far as. And that's how you've met us, actually, oddly enough. So now we've met you, and you're interesting people too. It's just it just keeps going and going.
And this is the thing: when you guys donate, it helps us continue our mission to help others turn their life around because they're dealing with so many things, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, right?
You know, as Dr. Grant was pointing out, there's plenty out there, and you were saying it too, there's plenty out there for us to bog us down, to bring us down. You know, we need the uplifting conversation. That's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah. And we really do need to start changing this conversation, and we do need to have people really have a healthy lifestyle, because in the healthy lifestyle, that includes not just nutrition, you guys, it also includes us cleansing things out of our life and putting things in our life that help us, mind, body, and spirit.
That's right. And so if you're not following us yet, then at this point, I think it's Lourdes' fault. What have you done? Who have you wronged?
No. I think what it is that they're going to click on that one.
Oh, see? I wasn't going to point this week. I was going to do this. You can point on this one. Or this one. That one over there.
Or that one.
Oh.
Or that one.
That whole lip pointing thing is unique to Lourdes.
Yeah.
Over there.
Over there.
Over there.
And over there.
Down there.
Yeah. But I always say there, and there, right? And then when you donate here, you go to that place.
Oh, I forgot to mention we didn't even reach out to Dr. Grant.
Oh, yeah. No, but we're going to get there. Right here first, you're going to go to the Lourdes and Chris show and donate. Oh, by the way, there you can also look at the rest of the episodes that you have missed.
Yeah, if you've missed any, that's all right there for you to review and to soak up some more. And if you'd like to reach out to Dr. Grant, we've got his website where?
Oh, his website is right there.
Oh, it's got to be bigger though.
What?
We go across the screen.
Across the screen?
Yeah, it wouldn't be like.
But see, if we put it up here.
Look right here, his website.
But if we put it up here, you can't have it that big. So if it's there and then here, or here and then there, I don't know.
As I said, very approachable Dr. Grant is. You can reach out to him to schedule an appointment. He does this remotely, and that's how he's worked with us remotely, and that's how he plays this game. And he explained all that. And that's the best way to get a hold of him. Set up an appointment, get things going, get your life back on track.
Yes.
You know, there are things there that you just don't know that are bogging you down. You don't know, and that's what he's all about. That's what he's there to help you with.
Yes. I'm glad you guys enjoyed Dr. Grant, because I know you did. I mean, we do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Easy.
Next, coming up, oh my goodness.
Right.
Dr. Newsom, principle number 5.
5. And by now you probably know Dr. Newsom's a really cool dude too. Really. I mean, just
yeah.
fantastic
We can't
guy.
live without them.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, we love them. If we haven't told, wait, I think we have.
No, at this point, I think you love them too, is what I'm saying. Because just watching his principles and he's got a way of saying it in such a way where you're like, I get it.
Yes.
It all makes sense.
And so we're so blessed to have him as a partner, as a friend.
That's right.
I mean, we're learning so much from him as well. And the fact that, hello.
His supplements are fantastic.
Hello. Yeah. We take him daily.
Yep.
For a reason.
Yep. Oh, and we're reading that book every day? Because there's also a bunch of insight inside the book. Detox for life.
It really is. And talk about a healthy lifestyle and changing conversations and really starting to feel really good that you can achieve anything in your life because you feel so good. Right here, man.
That's what's up.
Right there.
So I guess we should show you Dr. Newsom's health principle number 5.
And here we
We're going to go this way.
My 5th principle in my healing philosophy is that diligent maintenance of the healing process is what it takes to keep dis-ease from returning. Okay, once someone has detoxified their system and they've fortified their defenses and they've healed, okay, they're better. Okay, whatever it is they were dealing with is gone. If they had a tumor, it's gone. If they had blood sugar issues, they're regulated. If they had inflammatory problems, the inflammation's gone. If they had neurologic issues, the nerves are working right again. Okay, they've been through the process. Things have healed up, right? If you don't maintain, it's kind of like this. If you don't maintain the defenses of your castle, they will break down. Period. Okay? We live in a world where we are subject to the laws of thermodynamics. Okay? One of those laws says that everything's winding down. Okay? That means you're aging. Okay? It means I'm aging. It means everything around us is aging. Okay, and in that aging process, there's a certain amount of wearing down that happens. Okay, so if we do not maintain our defenses, if we don't keep our guard up, we don't keep with the process, okay, whatever we were dealing with before will come crashing down on us again. Okay, so let's say I've hurt a shoulder, right? I hurt one of my shoulders, right? So if now that I'm healed up, my shoulder works fine, right? I can do all these movements, I'm fine. My shoulder has full function again, right? If I stop exercising, right, the problem I had with my shoulder is going to come back, okay? So it will only be a matter of time, okay? If you've dealt with cancer and you've overcome it naturally, right? If you don't stay on the horse, okay, if you don't stick with the process, guess what's lurking around the corner for you, okay? If you've dealt with MS, okay, now you're walking again, everything's functioning again, okay? If you don't do the homework, okay, there's penalties. And that's my fifth principle. Okay, my last principle in the healing process is that maintenance of the healing process has to be maintained. You have to maintain. You got it. Once you get into the process and you regain your ground. If you do not maintain your defenses, you don't defend your ground, it's going to get taken away from you again. So that's kind of might sound kind of rough, but this is reality. This is how. In the healing process, once you have regained your health, if you don't fight to keep your health, you'll lose it again. Okay? And so I've seen it over and over and over again all through my career where people come in and they get they're dealing with these life-threatening issues and they completely turn their lives around. All of a sudden they're healthy as they've ever been, sometimes healthier than they've ever been. In 2 years, 3 years down the road, they're not doing any of the things that made them well to begin with. Okay? They haven't maintained any of their defenses, and whatever it was that they were dealing with comes crashing down on them again. And it's a sad sight to see, because usually when something comes crashing down on them again, it's stronger than the last time. So, maintenance of your defenses. Okay, maintenance of the observation of the healing process is principle number 5. Okay, well, now that we've covered my 5 principles of healing, my healing philosophy, number 1, the composition of the human body has to be maintained. Okay, you got to keep all the nuts and bolts in place, right? Number 2, all disorder and dysfunction begins with irritation, and then it progresses into inflammation, and from there into infection, right? Number 3, the body's response to this, the 3 I's, the irritation, inflammation, and infection, the body's response to that is either to adapt and overcome it, or to accommodate it, put it in the backpack and carry it around with it, right? Number 4, observation of the healing process in the right sequence is essential. Okay, you have to be stable before you detoxify. Okay, you got to get strong enough to detoxify is what that means. Okay, you have to be stable then you have to detoxify, then you have to fortify your defenses, okay? And it's those 3 steps in that order. It has to be in that order. Otherwise, you end up spinning your wheels and spending lots of money. Healing principle number 5 is that diligent maintenance of your defenses, okay? Maintenance of the healing process is essential. It's essential if you're going to stay well. So I encourage you to implement this healing philosophy, implement these ideas, implement what we're teaching here. Start observing these things and start practicing these things. As you do, you are going to feel better. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for tuning in and listening to my healing philosophy and learning about the importance of these 5 principles. Thank you for your time again, and enjoy.